Hello and welcome back to Mini Metro. Now, I said there wasn't going to be any more Mini Metro until there was a new patch, and there was a new patch. So, we have some changes here which we're going to work our way through, and then we're going to get into seeing what some of them are. The locomotives have been, the way locomotives are placed has been reworked and allows more accuracy. And this basically means that you can place them wherever you like on the line, and you can choose what direction they're going. Sort of. It's a bit fiddly, but it's much better than what was there before. Carriages are now attached to the nearest train. This is good. Don't know if this allows you to stack carriages on a particular train or not, but either way, it's a good change. City generation being slightly modified. No idea what this means, but could be good. Option skip menu transitions. I'll show you what that does, but it's not exciting. New assets in scenic mode are now unlocked when efficiency milestones are reached, and the new score widget in scenic mode has been changed and now shows you how far you have to go until you reach your next efficiency milestone. So they renamed classic mode commuter and they renamed Zen mode scenic, and I think what they're doing here is they're trying to make scenic mode a little bit more so it has a purpose, because before it was kind of a scene, kind of a sandbox where you could work out strategies, but it wasn't really, there wasn't a point. And I think by having these efficiency milestones, they're aiming to try and get players to make their lines better and give them a way of seeing when they're doing better at making their lines more efficient. Anyway, let's look at the option they changed. It was skip transitions, so that does that, opposed to doing this. Which is, I suppose this could annoy people if they were constantly switching between menus. They would have to go through this animation the whole time. But it doesn't really bother me. So, we're going to do some more commuter because it's better because it has an end, so I assume people want videos to have an end. I think we're going to go to New York this time. So, last time I tried only using one station, so I think this time we're going to try we're doing the opposite, which is kind of like playing normally, just put lots of stations down. So, we'll create a basic start line like this. We'll extend lines off it, and then we'll try and interconnect them a lot more. That is a horrible connection. Let's try doing that better. That's much better. So let's just start lines like this. Doesn't really matter where we start them. You can put them wherever you like in the first week. You can just sit with one line for the whole thing, and it doesn't really matter. So I'm going to get rid of that one, do that. Wait for green to get there, and we go over here. How many bridges do we get on this map? 2. 3. So we already used one. That's okay. We can deal with that. Blue could go down go down there. I think we're going to make green line extend. Can we connect? Thank you. Like that. So it will connect around there. I think we're going to go with that for blue line and also connect orange line to it. So we got a bit more interconnection. It's going to be, the objective is basically that passengers will have to take they'll automatically take the shortest route, which means that they'll just get on whatever train will get them there quickest, which means you have less passengers on your line, which is fine. If that uses a bridge, I'd prefer to do it that way. If I have to use a bridge, I'd prefer to have it going round like that, opposed to where it was going. There. That's fine. Nothing too horrible there. Orange line's getting a little bit small. I probably want to extend it, but it's kind of enclosed in. If there's more up here, I'll probably disconnect orange and extend it through connecting through all these other ones. All these other lines. But we'll see where things generate. We could get everything generating over here. As on queue, we can get everything generating over there, and then that causes a little bit of a problem. Line or carriage? I kind of want to go for carriage because I just think they're a bit more useful, at least early on. I can see how lines could be more useful early on if you want to set up for expansion, but I don't really know what we're doing, so yeah. I'm not going to use any of our upgrades until I see a problem, because that way I'm not going to have to redesign the lines to get them back. They did talk about in their dev changes thing that they were that they were still working on the ability to change upgrades between lines, which could be very, very useful. Right, green line's now a bit longer. We're gonna I think another train is the best way to deal with a longer line. It's not really congested, it's just longer. But anyway, they were talking about moving upgrades between lines, which could be very, very, very useful in certain circumstances where, say, you needed to take a train from one line and dump it on another line very quickly. It has its uses, I can see it. But it could make the game a little easy if you know what you're doing. Which I don't, so it doesn't really affect me. So that was my plan for orange line. We're going to extend it upwards like that. And then we're going to have blue line extending over here, green line extending over here. And then we're going to have other lines extending out from those two, depending on where things spawn. If I had another bridge, I would really like blue line to be a circle, but that's just my obsession over getting things to look nice rather than my obsession over getting to score. Okay, we got another square down here. I think that we're going to extend yellow down like that, but we're also going to connect green down onto it and onto there. So we'll do something a bit like that. Doesn't look very nice, but I don't know if there's a way of making this better. We'll try it while the trains aren't nearby. No, that has to stay like that. I think you could get it to look nice if you redesigned all of the lines, but I don't want to do that. In fact, because there's already a square on that line, I'm going to disconnect it like that. So it looks a bit nicer and it's not having to stop multiple times, because there's not going to be that many square passengers on this one that's going to cause a problem. Right. Do we have any upgrades left? We have one carriage. I'm still not sure where to place it, so I'll keep it. I want to place it somewhere that it just won't be needed at all, and then think that it has to stay there because I placed the upgrade on it. Like, if it'll be fine without the upgrade, it'll be fine without the upgrade. I'm thinking it's probably going to be green because it's my longest line, but we'll see. So we're almost at Sunday, we get another upgrade, so we'll see what we get. Locomotive. Choice between a line or a carriage. We still have a carriage in storage, so I'm going to take a line, just so we have an option. In fact, I do have an idea here. We're going to get rid of all of that in green line. Well, so we're going to keep this one, because that allows it to go around the corner. Going to get yellow line here. It's going to connect through something like this. Okay. That'll work. Might be a bit hard to see on this background, but... So basically the idea is yellow will extend outwards here, green will extend up and down the river, and this makes green line a little bit shorter, but doesn't necessarily take away the traffic on it. It just means that it doesn't need, like, the trains aren't going as far. Because the traffic from here will still possibly have to go over here at some point, just not right now. Once we get more unique symbols, we might need to do that. Still have a carriage left? Yup, so we'll wait for that. Another one for yellow line. Might need to be upgraded soon. But everything seems to be running okay. Did something change down here? I don't think so. I thought I saw a new station appear, but guess it didn't. Everything seems to be connected. Right, we got another one over here. A lot of yellows in a line. I really think that I'm going to need another carriage on here. But we don't seem to be having any trouble yet, so I'm not going to sort it until we get trouble. Like, for instance, orange line here also needs some help. I'm going to extend blue upwards as well, because blue's a bit short, so we can do this. Like, do something like that. Just help minimize some problems. Is anything going to be able to pick up those ones? I suppose orange will be able to pick them up on the way past. Yeah. Okay. If we get another carriage, I would definitely put one on orange and one on yellow right now. But we can't. That square could be very, very useful. Disconnect there, we're going to go up here. Leave blue connected around where it is. Because that square means that orange now has, well, it has multiple squares on it, but now has them in different places, so blue can drop them off in multiple bits. And it means that there's going to be less traffic on other bits of it. Also means that all the squares from over here are working their way over to an orange line. I think blue-green line's connected to one line, that's fine. Liner bridge. We're going to choose bridge. Make 2 bridges for that, which is good. The reason I'm going to choose bridge is so, can you get out of the way? Waiting for this little inventory screen to go away. Want to connect it around like there. So blue line can connect back round, it can drop people off different spots. We're also going to extend yellow line so it connects to a square directly. Because that'll be useful. We could disconnect that at any point, that'd be fine, but it's useful to do. We're going to put a carriage on yellow, I think. Yeah. And we're going to put a train on orange here. It's orange, double checking, yep. So, we'll let that go. Oh, I placed it right next to the other train. That was pretty rubbish, but they'll naturally disconnect anyway. That's fine. See, that's just sitting there and waiting for this one to get further ahead, so. Yeah. I was worrying for a second that that wasn't going to go anywhere. Is nothing going to pick up that little bit there? Let me connect orange down temporarily here. And we're doing that just so this station clears out. I mean, that station won't be a problem at all. It's a problem right now because it was an important station, but then I removed connections from it. So that'll work. We'll disconnect orange from there. And now it's only got 3 passengers on. Good. As you can see, every time passengers get on, there are other ones that they pick up that are going to other places. Why is this station continually being a problem for me? I'm trying to figure out the best way to deal with it. I could maybe extend yellow into here, but it doesn't work. Great. We're going to extend this over here. Then we're also going to extend green line in something like that, maybe? That's a little too far. Yeah, we'll let green line go there. But that means they're not connecting anymore at that point. That's fine, it's connecting on the double triangles. That's fine. It turns out it's not. Yeah, okay, we'll connect green like that. That'll solve the issues that I'm creating in my head. Right, this one's going to solve here. I think yellow line might need more on it, but also blue needs a bit more, and orange needs a bit more. Yellow line might actually be in the best position to deal with what it's got right now, because I can always extend green line into it if I see that being a problem. And yeah, so, and it already has an extra carriage, so maybe blue and orange are next on the line. But if I just improve orange line, that would probably improve blue line as well, because a lot of the problems on blue line are because orange line isn't being efficient. It's just things are being piled up on blue, and blue then has to pick them up. Although this station is a pain, and it has no reason to be. So we took the carriage, obviously. I think the other one was bridge. Doesn't matter if it was bridge or line, really, because I was going. I think we need to put the carriage on blue line, and then because orange line's a bit larger, another train would be useful. Well, I want to move the train, but I can't do that yet. What am I doing? Right, that'll be fine. Whatever, that'll work. This will allow blue to pick up all the passengers on this station that for some reason are just being ignored. So, it'll be fine. Yellow's doing alright. I really struggle to see this yellow one here, like to see the trains on it. It's a very light colour. Although this is the alternative colour, this is colorblind mode, so maybe on normal mode that's better colour, because there is something in the change log saying that they still haven't got the colours right in colorblind mode yet, so that's probably the problem I'm having. Wondering, I think actually I want to connect green down there, just because that'll take away some problem from yellow and solve our issue. It does however mean that green line and yellow line are effectively filling the same position. Well, that's kind of true of all of our lines right now, and that's kind of the point of the strategy, so I suppose I can live with it. Green line's actually getting very, like, some of the stations are getting very full, so we'll see what can be done about that. What we'll probably have to do about that is upgrade green and yellow next, because orange and blue are sorted now. Alright, 600 passengers. It's alright. It's not very far in, but is the point where you start seeing problems. Like, if you've designed your lines a bit awkwardly, like I have. Yeah, that's the problem. Yellow is dropping off so many on these green ones that it then has, green then can't actually solve the problem. If yellow ended at this star, that would fix the problem, because yellow wouldn't drop them off early. So we're going to disconnect it from square, because that we don't have enough bridges, and we can connect it to star. This should fix the issue. As far as I see it, that should fix the issue. Okay, so we got another one miles and miles away over here. This means blue line is no longer a circle, which is a problem, but there is literally no way around it here from the situation we've got. I mean, we could connect. Okay, no, scratch that. There is a perfect way around it. What we do is we do this. It's now a circle. It's a very long straight, but trains go quite quickly along the straights. These two are filling up, but green line has a lot less traffic on it. This means that yellow line now needs the upgrades, because it was yellow that was causing green to have the problems. Blue line's getting a bit of traffic down here, but that's because, I think it's because of what I was doing to it. It's quite a slow train. We're going to take carriages. Bridges would be nice, but we're not in a position where we can safely take bridges. Okay. Wonder if I can connect green down in blue line somehow. That could be useful. So if I connect green in here. Oh, green and blue line are already connected. What am I talking? Okay, we'll do this anyway. And this will work out well. But I don't really want two triangles connected. We'll do that. What have we got here? We have one carriage and one train. I could connect yellow and blue here actually quite nicely as well. That's quite useful. Just so that blue won't be dropping them off on an intermediate line. It won't be a passenger going from orange to green to yellow to whatever. It'll just be going straight to yellow. Can we put... I can test out my theory on how these carriages work. So let's say I want to put another train going up this direction. So it'll go along there. And I want to then put another carriage on this one. Oh, it works. So you can have 3 carriages on one now. And just a singular train on the other. That's very, very useful. Because now I can have a quick train just dropping off like stragglers. And then a very long train picking up a lot of time. Another unique on... We got a unique on orange, which is good. That will allow us to... well, it just means that orange is already in a good position, so... It's in the best position to take extra passengers. So this yellow line's now picking up loads of passengers on this pass through and should clear up everything in one go. My only worry is having a train this long is going to drop a lot at the end here. But hopefully it won't be a problem because there's a lot of lines on it. We now have to put another yellow. I didn't notice that. That changed. That used to be a circle because I remember I was going to say there was going to be 6 circles in a row, but that changed, which is really, really good. It means that we're not going to get any more. Like we're going to get different shapes coming from that one, which is good. Here we've got a little bit of a problem in that green's gonna not pick them up here. Oh no, it can pick them up. It must have had a lot of circle passengers on it. This one's the one that yellow's gonna pick up. That'll be fine. They'll pick it up in the other direction though. That has to connect up there. Yeah, another line wouldn't be terrible up here. But I feel that I just need more trains. Like, if I don't get the option for another carriage, and I get the option between lines and bridges, I would take a line and I would just cut yellow line in half and then connect it through like that, probably. Seems like the best way to do it. Ooh, what line's that? Yellow needs to get back there ASAP. I think. Green, can you pick up enough to make this work? No. Okay. Emergency train route time. Just take the quickest route there. Come on. Come on. You're there. Pick them all up. Oh. Oh well. This strategy showed some promise. I think that we had a bit of an unfortunate spawn on the side with all those circles. But maybe I should have taken another line or a few more bridges to make blue and orange extend over the river. And that would perhaps have solved some of the trouble. Maybe we make blue line... Maybe we need one line that interconnects between all the lines and like spreads across all their length as well. But we'll see. That was Okay. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.